Hello. Wow. It's incredible to see so many people here tonight. I almost can't believe it. That alone should send a clear signal, I think, to the sports policy makers that this is a topic that can't be brushed under the carpet. So tonight will be the start of a big and important conversation. So thank you everyone for coming and showing this support and interest. So last week we had the Lionesses getting to the semi-finals of the Football World Cup. We had, you can't clap at everything. Down the road in Wimbledon, we had men and women fighting for the equal prize money. Some people think that the fight for equality for women in sport is won, but it's not. And we'll find that that fight is far from over from what we talk about tonight. Because sport is not yet fully inclusive for women. There are 2 million fewer women doing regular sport or exercise in the UK compared to men. Far fewer girls even consider themselves sporty compared to boys. And twice as many girls drop out of sport completely after puberty compared to their male counterparts. So getting more women and girls into sport is actually a top priority for the sports councils and the government. And providing female-specific spaces and opportunities is clearly an important part of that. Yet, at the same time, we've been seeing in the past few years sports eligibility policies being relaxed. Policies moving away from being female to rules based on identifying as a woman. Policies moving away from rules based on bodies and biology to rules based on feelings. Now, the female sports category gives women a chance to win. It makes sport fun and fair for females. So how can we encourage more women and girls into sport if we take away that fun and fairness? There would be no Martina, there would be no Sharon Davis, there would be no Dame Kelly Holmes if women before them hadn't demanded a category for the female sex. These women would be unknowns. In fact, they probably wouldn't even be part of the sporting world. So this is why sex-based eligibility rules for women and girls is fundamental and vital. And this is why single-sex sports have been made lawful in the Equality Act. It is lawful to exclude males, all males, no matter what their gender identity is, from female-only sports to uphold safety and fair competition. And these rules underpin the integrity and purpose of female sport, and they're now being undermined. So tonight, we will be asking, can it ever be fair and safe to allow normal, healthy-bodied male athletes into the sport category that is reserved for females? And what will be the consequences for women and girls if we do? Now, many of you will have seen Martina Navratilova's BBC One documentary a couple of weeks ago, where she talked to the trans community about why trans athletes should be involved in women's sport. Tonight is the chance for the female athletes and coaches to give their view and tell us what they think. And everything we discuss today will be grounded in science, and we're very lucky to have a biologist here with us tonight to go through all the facts that we need. Now, I know that we've got a lot of sports policymakers here in the audience tonight. Now, tonight, you will hear from women on this topic. Each one of our speakers is taking a personal and professional risk by speaking up. They are doing it because it matters and because they care about the future of women's sport. So you will hear real-life, evidence-based concerns from real women in sport. Now, these are the stakeholders in any trans inclusion policy that you develop, and their voice must be heard. And now it's not just a few lone voices. All of us here tonight shows that. And as Sharon will tell us later, many in the sporting world agree with us. that we must all be free to discuss the issue of trans eligibility in female sport freely and without fear.